Hello, this is Group 1 for International Business, and our article is on transaction cost, cultural values, and Chinese business networks, an integrated approach, and it was written by Wu Wing Ping. My teammates are Detayo Oluwatobi, Agawal Vanshika, and myself, Akanwa Chimazuru. In this presentation, we are going to be talking about the keywords of the article, the focus of the paper, the results or findings of the paper, an applicable Canadian company which the article can be used by, and then the conclusion. For the introduction, I would like to start with a quote from Hendricks Vallon Smith Jr., CEO of Mayflower Plymouth. He said, "In business, trust is a prerequisite of transacting." In business, before you enter any legal or any transaction, you need to trust the person you're working with. So this is just a saying because we are actually going to be talking about trust and the transaction cost, culture, and business networks, and so on and so forth in this article. For the keywords of the paper, we have transaction costs. And transaction costs are costs associated with economic transactions or the cost of doing business. So whatever cost you incur while trying to do business, that is your transaction cost. And we have culture. Culture, this is the collective programming of the mind which distinguishes the members of one group or category of people from another. These are usually values, norms that have been passed down from generations that distinguish people or a group of set of people from other groups. And then we have business networks. Business networks, this is a web of business organizations to create or internalize a market for the purpose of profit maximization or cost minimization for all members concerned. This is a coming together of various organizations with the sole aim of maximizing their profits or minimizing their costs, trying to create that network so that they are able to add values to their stakeholders. And then we have social network. So social network consists of a lineage or village, neighborhood, clan, or collection of lineage and special interest association. And their main function is to protect and help each other and to have an ethnic or unique identity in a wider social context. Like the business network, this is a coming together of people with special interests. But for the business network, it's all about the business organizations. But for the social network, this is more of individuals and not businesses. And then we have China. China, this is the country that the paper was on, or the article was on. And then we have Guanxi. Guanxi is a special relationship between two persons in which the long-term mutual benefit is more than the short-term individual gain. So in Guanxi, it's a term that is used to define a special type of relationship in China where the long-term benefits supersedes what their short-term gain is going to be. And then we have Guanxi-Yuan, is a network of refers to a network of exchanges or transactions between two parties and beyond. So if A knows B and B also knows C, the interaction between A and C is going to be linked with A, and the interaction between A and C is going to be linked through B. So and then the interaction keeps on building and they keep on making like a web. So that is more like the definition of Guanxi-Yuan.
Hi, my name is Vanshika and I will be presenting the focus of the paper today. And I'll be thrilled to share the insights into the fascinating realm where transaction costs, cultural values, and Chinese business networks converge to the shape that intersected the dynamics of economic activities in China. The exploration employs an integrated approach, offering us the unique perspective of how cultural values influence transaction costs within the context of these crucial business networks. Imagine navigating a landscape where business transcends mere transactions and divides into the depth of relationships and collaborations. This is the reality of Chinese business networks, a complex web of interactions that extends far beyond normal activities. In this ecosystem, understanding the interplay between the transaction cost and cultural values is paramount. The integrated approach proposed by the author invites us to unravel this complexity by delving into the intersection of transaction costs and cultural values. We gain profound insights into the inner workings of Chinese business networks. Let's take a closer look into how these elements intertwine into the shape of economic activities. First, the transaction cost, the often overlooked but pivotal aspect of any economic exchange. The author suggests that by explaining transaction cost within the Chinese business networks, we can unearth a wealth of information about the efficiency, trust, and reliability that underpin these relationships. This lens allows us to appreciate the decision making and resource allocation within this unique business landscape. Secondly, the cultural values become a guiding force in this exploration. Chinese rich culture influences how business is conducted, shaping the norms, expectations, and behaviors within these networks. The values of trust, reciprocity, and guanxi, the personal connection, plays a central role, impacting the transaction cost associated with business transaction. Under these cultural nuances is the key of the social fabric of Chinese business networks. Now let's dive into the heart of the matter, the integrated approach. By weaving through the analysis of transaction cost and cultural values, the author paints a holistic picture of the dynamics of the play. It's not about just economic transactions, it's about understanding the social, cultural, and relational context in which these transactions unfold. This integrated approach provides us with the understanding of how Chinese businesses network operates. It allows us to appreciate the delicate balance between the economic rationality and cultural influences. Moreover, it opens the window into the strategic decision-making process that businesses undertake within the intricate web of relationships. In conclusion, the exploration of transaction cost, cultural values, and Chinese business networks is not just academic exercise, it's a journey to the heart of the world's most dynamic and influential business landscapes. As we continue to navigate the complexities of globalized economy, these insights become valuable, offering the blueprint of successful engagement and collaboration in the realm of Chinese businesses. Now coming on to the result of the paper. The result of the paper was explored the dynamic force that has significantly contributed in China's remarkable economic growth. The article before us establishes an integrated framework that sheds light on the historical legacies and the cultural values shaping these networks, both within the mainland China and across overseas Chinese communities. To embark on this journey, we must first recognize the significance of these networks. We have evolved from cross-border investments. Their pivotal role in Chinese economic essence cannot be overstated. They serve as an intricate web connecting businesses, communities, and individuals, fostering collaboration and resource sharing that transcends geographical boundaries. The integrated framework possessed by the author urges us to consider the common historical legacies and cultural values that underpin Chinese business networks. It's an invitation to explore the shared heritage that binds mainland China and overseas Chinese communities. This emphasis on commonalities highlights the interconnectedness of these networks, showcasing their resilience and adaptability in diverse settings. One key theoretical extension put forth in this article is the idea that networks, far from being confined into existing markets, have the transformative power to create new ones. This is a paradigm shift in our understanding of business networks. They are not just passive structures internalizing market dynamics. They are active creators of economic spaces, driving innovation and shaping the economic landscape. The overlap of network codes with Chinese cultural values adds another layer of complexity to this narrative. Understanding how these networks align with cultural values provide a lens through which we can comprehend their prevalence in Chinese societies. Concepts such as guanxi, trust, and reciprocity, deeply embedded in Chinese cultures, become a building blocks of these networks, influencing how businesses are conducted and relationships are found. As we absorb these insights, it becomes evident that the future of research in the domain holds immense promises. The article points to the needs of imperial studies on business network performance. How do these networks impact economic outcomes? What are the key success factors and how they can be harnessed into sustainability development? These questions that future research endeavors can address, offering practical insights on business and policymakers alike. Furthermore, the prospect of international companies with the Western counterparts opens up the avenues of cross-cultural learning by Chinese business networks with their Western counterparts. We can uncover valuable lessons and best practices that transcend cultural boundaries. This comparative approach enriches our understanding on the network dynamics in the global context. In conclusion, the integrated framework presented in the article invites us to explore the multi-phased world of Chinese business networks. It encourages us to appreciate the historical roots, cultural values, and transformative potential that characterize these networks. As we look into the future, let us embrace the call of empirical studies and international companies, involving a landscape where cross-cultural collaboration and understanding pave the way for sustained economic growth and prosperity.
Hi Salman, my name is Oluwatobi Adetaya and I'll be talking to you about our Canadian company Bombardier. First of all, I'll just give you a quick introduction of Bombardier as a manufacturing company. Bombardier is a renowned leader in aviation, specializing in the design, manufacturing, and servicing of exceptional business jets. The company's Challenger and Global aircraft families are acclaimed for their innovation, cabin design, performance, and reliability. With a worldwide fleet of approximately 5,000 aircraft, Bombardier serves multinational corporations, charter providers, governments, private individuals, including special mission roles. Now, in this slide, there are just few key points that I will be basically talking about. First of all, we have the product excellence. Bombardier Challenger and Global aircraft families are at the forefront of innovations and design in the aviation industry. These aircrafts are known for their cutting-edge technology, luxurious cabin interiors, and their superior performance and reliability. The second key point is global presence. Bombardier is headquartered in Montreal, Quebec. It operates aerostructure, assembly, and completion facilities across North America. The company's robust customer support network span strategic locations worldwide, including the United States, Canada, Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Australia. The third key point is customer support. Bombardier's customer support network includes facilities strategically positioned to provide timely and efficient service to its global customer base. With a focus on customer satisfaction, Bombardier ensures that its clients receive exceptional support and maintenance services. What this basically just explains is that Bombardier is a global leader in innovation. It sets standards for excellence in aircraft design, manufacturing, and services. With its innovative aircraft families and extensive customer support network, Bombardier continues to meet the diverse needs of its customers worldwide. In this slide, I'll be talking about how Bombardier Inc. could leverage the implication of the study to optimize its operation and strategies in China. First of all, understanding transaction costs. According to Wool's analysis, provides information that Bombardier can utilize to access the transaction expenses related to its business activities in China and other nations. Bombardier can find opportunities for cost savings and efficiency gains by comprehending the elements that affect transaction costs, such as information, asymmetry, bureaucracy, and problems with contract enforcement. Secondly, recognizing cultural values. Wu's strategy perhaps highlights how crucial cultural values are in influencing commercial dealings in China and other nations. This knowledge will help Bombardier adjust its relationship building, communication, and negotiation process to better fit cultural norms. In the end, this can facilitate more seamless company operations by helping to establish rapport and confidence with stakeholders and partners. Navigating Chinese and other business networks. The complexities of Chinese and other business networks and how they influence commercial transactions are perhaps clarified by this study. With the information, Bombardier will be able to locate important individuals in its network of industry contacts, establish strategic alliances, and take advantage of current connections to better navigate the market. Optimizing market entry and expansion strategy. Bombardier can be more effectively adapt to its strategy to a particular dynamics of the Chinese and other markets by being aware of the sublets of transaction costs, cultural norms, and business network. In this slide, a link has been attached to showcase how Quebec BRP plant hit with 76 workplace violations, mostly related to wages. First of all, according to the CBC News Canada, Bombardier Recreational Products BRP Valcourt plant faced several charges of non-compliance with labor laws. The first charge was a 25 statement of offense for not adhering to the legal minimum wage requirements. The second was a 25 statement of offense for neglecting to increase overtime pay by 50% as mandated. The third charge was the 25 statement of offense for failure to provide pay slips to employees. And the last charge is one statement of offense for not maintaining a register summarizing the details of workers. From the recent CBC article on Bombardier, these recommendations can be made from the transaction cost, cultural values, and Chinese business network, an integrated approach article. Just going to give you a quick introduction. Compliance issues can lead to financial penalties. Hence, Bombardier must strategically invest in aligned employment practices with legal standards. Additionally, strengthening internal and external business network is crucial for transparent communication and ethical business practices. In this slide, a few key points has been drawn, which is the compliance investment, which is basically talking about ensuring that employment practices adhere to legal standards to avoid future violations. As regards to the strategies, this could be done through training programs, educate employees on legal standards and company policies, regular audits, identifying and rectifying compliance issues proactively, robust recording, maintain accurate records to demonstrate adherence to legal standards. Another key point is the business network enhancement. It's basically divided into two parts, which is the internal focus and the external collaboration. The internal focus basically explains how the transparent communication. This means that fostering a culture of openness and accountability within the organization, adherence to legal standards, ensure all internal practices align with legal requirements. External collaboration with labor boards, workers' rights organizations, and stakeholders, address concerns and showcase commitment to ethical practices. Leveraging network, use partnership to ethically reduce transaction cost of labor. In conclusion, strategically investing in compliance measures and enhancing business network, Bombardier aims to mitigate legal risk, demonstrate ethical commitment, and optimize labor transaction effectively. In conclusion, Bombardier, as a manufacturing company, can leverage its strategic advantages, including industry leadership, global presence, and operational excellence. Bombardier can also build stronger business networks, reduce transaction costs, and augment organizational values through proactive engagement with stakeholders, optimization of operational processes, and delivery of value-added solutions. Bombardier can solidify its position as a premier player in the aviation industry. Thank you very much.